Welcome back. Welcome back. This is still Y in the Morning. What a great conversation that Sako had there. And, if you want to start a business, then now you know how to get your niche. Now we switch gears to something similar but a bit different. We're looking at mediapreneurship. These are people who have been in the creative industry and they have made it their business and they're earning from it and they're doing well at it. So right here with me, I have STL Yamumo. She is a journalist, a voiceover artist, an MC, and a DJ. So many hats she's wearing. So she brings charisma, professionalism, energy, whether behind a microphone, in front of a camera, or at a live event. Amazing. And then right next to her, we have Kanya Kitili, who is a photographer, a filmmaker, and a dancer. She says she danced right from the womb. That's where she began, with over 10 years of experience. In photography, I believe, in storytelling through film, photography, and movement. Currently the CEO of Photo City Studio, founded in 2023. There's a lot to them, and they'll be telling us more about it. Ladies, karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Great. I'm loving this, and what I did not mention is that they're having a joint event, and we'll be talking about it later. Yes. But how do you have all these things going? Let me start with you, STL.
Well, I like to think of myself as a wildflower. Mm-hmm. And what is a wildflower? It grows wherever, on land, on fertile, on maram, whatever. You just put it there and it will grow. So for me, whatever I can, whatever I'm interested in, I just think of it. Do I want to do this? Okay, let's try it. Do I like it? Kinda.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah.
All right, I love that. So you're not limiting yourself, really.
I think in life you shouldn't limit yourself because there's so much that you can do. Mm-hmm. You remember that story, that Bible story of that guy who was given 5 talents and the other was given, 2, and the other one was given 1. So the one for 5, ali multiply. The other one for 2, aka multiply pia. And then the one for 1, akaeka chini ya kitanda or whatever. So let's not be that person mwenye alikuwa anajua kona moja and didn't multiply it, because there's so much you can do. Yeah.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. What about you, Kanya? You also wear so many hats and you've been doing this for long. So tell us about it.
Yeah, I think of myself as a creative. So I do so many things. Mostly photography and filmmaking are the things that I have decided will make me money. Okay. But generally I'm a creative all round, and I think most creatives are the same. They just try and push themselves to something that will market yourself forward. But as a creative, you can express yourself through so many ways. Okay. As STL said, yes.
I agree. I think you find many creatives who can do so many things, and just to pick out from you, you can find someone who has so many talents, and then if they do not know how to manage everything they have, they feel lost because I can do this, I can do this, I can. So what am I really doing? Yes. But as you've said, you've majored on this to make you money. So maybe you can give insights to someone who feels like they have too much going. Like I know I'm gifted, but they don't really see it as a gift now because they're confused. So how do they go about it?
I think you have to think of it as a way. What can you do that you will focus at a time? Because if you do too many things at the same time, you will not have experience. Right. And for you to be good at what you do, you need that experience. So if you say today I'll do everything together, you won't be good at anything. So for me, I like to think of myself as I like to think of my journey in phases. Because I started as a dancer, I took a pause, I went to film school. I actually studied theater arts and film in KU, and then photography. And then now is a time where everything is merging. So you just give yourself time. It's easy to want to do. You're saying, I'm losing, I want to do this, I want to do this. But you can't do that. Okay. Just give yourself time, flow through it. Take one thing at a time, gain the experience, go to the next one.
Yes. So give yourself time.
Yes.
in faces.
Yes.
What do you think about it for you, especially when it comes to personal branding? How do you brand yourself out there so that people know you? STL is a host, you know, any event she does great work, you know, if you want her for voiceover. How do you bring all this together?
Well, for me, I started in radio and then TV, then MCing, and now DJing.
And she's a DJ too.
So,
wow.
Branding, I always believe that the number one thing that I do, I always tell people what I do. So if I meet you, I'll tell you I do, you know, I'm a good host, I do MCing, I'll sell myself. So for me, the one thing that I knew I had was my voice. And that I like to call my superpower. So when I got on radio, I was a rather very shy. I know people don't believe this, but yes.
I don't look like shy.
Yes, so I knew I had a good voice, and so for me, radio was the entry point. But then you get to do radio, and you're like, what more can I do? What more is there to explore? So, and for me, luckily, everything that I do is somehow connected. So, like, even as I'm getting into the DJing space, I'm looking at it, how do I MC and DJ at the same time? Because there's also places where you go and the MC over talks. You're like, you MC anongeza. Yeah, we want to hear to the, we want to listen to the music. So I know how to balance that out. So it's just evolving into the next thing and looking at what more can I do. Yeah, other than just being static. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So growing each step of the way.
Yes.
There's something that you said. You always sell yourself.
Yes.
And people find this hard sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
to tell people this is what I do. Maybe because of some people have self-doubt. You know you're good at it, but you're not sure. You still feel like you're inadequate. So some people still suffer from that. And
Yeah.
In the creative space, you have so many people doing what you do. You know, you get so many people who can dance, so many people who can host. So you're like, you want to sell yourself, but you're not sure. Like, am I really fit for this job and all that? So how do you overcome that? From both of you, let me start with you, STL.
So number one, it's your job. Like, it's your job. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, it's your job to believe in yourself. I know people say that, but you need to practice it every single day. Believe in yourself. In whatever you do, just believe in yourself. Then number two, everyone, you'll have fear in. Even when I came here today, I was like, you know, you kind of feel goosebumps, like, will there be hard questions? But I mean, you can only, sasa juu umefika hapa, you can only do it. You can just go ahead and do it. If you do it badly, you learn. And the one thing that we don't talk about, you know, oftentimes is we learn through making mistakes. Ukifanya makosa, the next time you'll be so cautious, hautarudia hilo kosa. So that's the one thing we don't emphasize. Make your mistakes, learn. Don't repeat your mistakes. And I think the other thing is what you pay on ogopa. There's the fear of success.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Why should one fear success?
I think sometimes we want something so bad, but again we are like, do we really want it? Are we ready for it? There's just that fear. In as much as there's fear of failure, there's the opposite, which is the fear of success. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Hearing it for the first time. But yeah, some people, you want something, then when they get to it, like, I don't think I'm ready for this anymore. Kenya, what do you think about this? To people who, who know they can do it, but they do not put themselves out there enough or position themselves.
I think you just need to do it. As she said, just put yourself out there. And there's also alternate ways. I think for me, mostly, I have relied on the work I have done. Because over the years, when someone sees my work, they refer you to someone else. So you can, if you have the fear, just put in the work, because the work will sell itself. Yes.
I love that.
Yes. For me, I've had a lot of referrals. Even right now, I don't do a lot of marketing, but I get people. I got your number from I saw your work from this person, will you do this? So if you, to overcome the fear, if you feel like you don't have the energy to market yourself, just put in the work. Every day learn. As much as we are turning 10 years, I still learn every day. I still go to YouTube. I'm like, because
how do I do this?
Yeah, there's new equipment for photography. There's new dance moves. Things are moving. There's TikTok has come. There's new children coming up. You need to keep, you really need to keep up. So just put in the work and put in the time, and everything will work itself out if you have the fear. But still push yourself.
Okay.
Because you're your best advocate. No one else can do it for
no
you.
one's going to be the champion for you better than you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I love that. If you have the fear, then put in the work.
Yes.
You know, I think that's great. Now, you've just said you're turning 10. So who's turning 10? Tell us about that turning 10, you know, as we go.
Wow. So, you know, you start your journey and Gafla bin Vu, it's 10 years already. Even I was shocked because I hadn't sat and thought, okay, how many years have I been doing media? Have I been in the art space? So there's a friend of ours who's also turning 10. She's called Spontaneous the Poet. She's an amazing poet. So she was planning a show to celebrate 10 years for her. And then she's like, why am I doing this alone? So she was at that point where she was thinking, okay, I've worked with STL, I've worked with Kanya, I've worked with who, and we're all turning 10. So she was like, instead of just doing a one-woman show where she's turning 10, how about inviting her friends to just come journey together and have this amazing celebration as we turn 10 years, because I can tell you for sure, 10 years, it's not been easy. And you can attest to this. As a woman in the art space, you need to really work hard.
It's a lot. You put in extra.
Yeah.
And some people think it's easier for ladies, you know.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's hard. Maybe you tell us about some of the challenges, 10 years looking back. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced coming up?
I think one of the biggest challenges is not considering creativity as a business. That was one of the biggest challenges, because you have to look at profits, you have to look at marketing, all the things that come with entrepreneurship. You have to put it in creativity, and most creatives are not entrepreneurs. So that was one of the biggest challenges, learning how to do this, doing my books, the Excel sheets. That was a crazy part. Another thing is not considering things like insurance. Because I work with a lot of equipment, cameras, sound, my things have been stolen twice. So that's one of the biggest challenges I've had, just having to start all over again. Yeah, and also marketing is crazy. Marketing is crazy, especially if you're not the kind of person who likes to do this all the time, because I'm kind of the person who likes to put in the work behind the scenes. So that has been a challenge. But yeah, we have overcome. We are here.
You're here. I mean,
we are here.
I mean, getting equipment stolen twice is a lot. That is money.
It's crazy, crazy.
That's crazy. But you've learned from that journey. Yes, what have been your challenges?
Wow. I think so. When I came in, you know, you're coming in. You know what you want. You know by this time, unajua, like we plan and then God laughs. So you come in and you're thinking, after this amount of time, I want to be here. I want to do this. I want to earn this. And then unafika pale manze, unapigwa na butwa, uko like, okay, reality check.
Different, yeah.
So, you know, things don't go according to plan. Then number two, there's a lot of competition, and it's not a progressive competition. Unapata, sometimes people will just not give you an opportunity because, you know, mambo tu ya chini chini. There's that.
Mambo ya chini chini ni gani? People would be curious.
Connections. Sometimes it's not even about, it's who you know, but it's not even about your work. It's who you know, or nani ameletwa na nani, mkubwa fulani. You know, there's all those things. Then in the MC space and the DJ space, there's a lot of undercutting, whereby you know your rate. you know, an event you'll charge maybe 50,000. Then kuna msetu atakuja aseme hata 20 nitafanya. Unaona?
Yeah.
So I mean, such is hey. And then the thing that people don't talk about enough times is that there's a lot of exploitation, sexual exploitation, especially in the entertainment space. Someone will want sexual favors for them to give you an opportunity, which I think it's high time we talk about it more, and also tell the men that you need to protect the women in the entertainment space.
Absolutely. I agree with, you know, all that you've said. I think I can relate to I can relate to them being a woman in that space as well. Now, what can be done about this? You know, Kanya, what are your views about this? How can women protect? Are we guarding ourselves enough? What needs to be done different so that women can thrive in the creative space?
I think for women, it's just not to view yourself as a victim or a lesser person. For me, I've always tried to come into the space as the rest of them. Especially now being a photographer and filmmaker, there's a time I went for a shoot at the High Court. And there were almost 70 photographers there waiting for people outside to do the photos. And I think we were 2 ladies only. So I think the only thing we can do is not to view yourself as that, as anything different. Because if you move as anything different, people will start to take you differently. Okay. So that's the way I can say. Don't just compete at the same level. Don't do things lesser than others. Okay. Compete at the same level and do your best.
Okay. So do not expect any what? Favors because you're a lady, and do not view yourself as any less because you're a lady.
We are the same.
Yes. Okay. Now, when it comes to the rates, you know, that's also a challenge that she has mentioned. Some people, not even just the people undercut, you know. Yeah. So I mean, the final 20, and you know the standard is 50. And then there's also those that you'd find and say, you know, ni exposure. You know, you will meet people. You'll meet people there. What needs to happen for this perception to be changed? Let me ask you, Estelle, on that. For people to actually see, not even just in that, you know, emceeing and whatnot, but in the whole creative space. What needs to happen? Because even comedians have complained, you need our tech exposure, our shop enough exposure, and you know, and the underrates and everything.
So the story of exposure will always be there. Imagine it will always be there. So it's entirely up to someone to decide how much exposure can I take. Because you can't do exposure for 10 years. In your whole life. You know, you can't do exposure. It's entirely up to you to decide. I can do exposure for 3 months. I can do exposure for 6 months. Like how much? And during that time, also, set goals for yourself. I need to know. I need to connect. I need to network. What is the next step? And by that time, I think also you need to have a very specific time frame. Ujiambia kwamba I will do free work exposure for the next 3 months. After 3 months, I need to have grown. Kama sitakuwa nimegrow, I need to look for another space, even if it means to volunteer in a different space, but just keep moving. Yeah. Yes, keep moving. But also there's a point I just remembered. There's something that happens in the entertainment space where myself and maybe another gentleman, we could be doing the same amount of work, but unapata hatulipwi the same.
Yeah, lip or more.
Yeah.
You wonder why. So that is unfair. Is there anything that, I don't know, is there a body, do we, as women, do we need to come up with something that can regulate this, that can, you know, can you tell us?
I think there should be, but as well, I don't know if you can put a price on creativity. And that's the problem, because everyone charges what they think they're worth. That will always be there, unless we come up with a standard to say, are there levels at which you are in your space.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, if you're a filmmaker, we look at your work, you say this one is worth this amount. Unless there comes up with something like that, people will always charge what they want. And I think to continue with what you're saying, I think what you need to do is calculate your expenses, profits. Because at the beginning, for me, remember the first job I got, I was paid 1,000, and I was so happy because I had begun photography just a few months ago, and someone told me, "I'll pay you 1,000." I'm like, I'm being paid to do something I usually do for free, and I was so happy. But at the same time, as you grow over the years, because you put in the time, it's not easy because having the amount of quality, to achieve the amount of quality you have right now, so let's say even for me, the quality I have right now, I've put in a lot of time, I've put in a lot of money, capital on my gear, and now I have to calculate everything. Because you're like, as creatives, it's easy to say, I can do this. When you're called for a job, you can say, I can do this. I have everything. I can just go. But if you don't calculate what you're making and how, because now, as I've told you before, my equipment got stolen at some point. You have to calculate all these things and see, is it making sense?
Okay.
You don't have to take everything, because someone will take that job for 20,000 and maybe you won't manage to do that. So keep your standards, keep your quality, and keep improving every time.
All right.
Yeah.
So maintain your standards regardless of
what the rates are going for.
Okay.
Just you do you.
Okay.
Because you're the only one who knows how.
How to do it.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. And still coming to you, you know, people viewing the creative themselves, the perception that they have for their art as art, but now turning it into business. What are the practical steps, I would say? What do you need to do? Like, what for someone who's just doing creativity, talented in different areas, but is not viewing it as a business? What are some of the practical steps that one can take to make, to make themselves a business? Because you are your business.
So the number one thing for any creative person that you want to go professional is to be disciplined. That's the number one thing that lacks with a lot of creatives. Be on time. Be on time. And how many times, maybe I can ask you, do you call artists and they come late?
They actually do. Even on the show, it's interesting. It's when we have techies, anyone tech coming, they would be here like 1 hour before time. And then when you have an artist, a musician, they would be here like, there's one time we had to cancel on a guest because he came like 10 minutes when we were almost closing the show and they expected to be featured.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean? You're not even taking yourself seriously.
So number one thing, just be disciplined. And discipline will, talent will get you into a room, but discipline will keep you there. So the number one thing is be disciplined. And then number two, know how to network with the right people. And when you do, maintain those relationships. Because I was just coming in and I met Ben from KBC. And he's a guy who is, helping me out when I was an intern.
Wow.
So yeah, maintain those relationships. Just know how to keep your friends close and people who can help you in the industry, because that's the one person mwenye atasikia gig akwambie, can you MC, can you do this? Because I can tell you for sure, from the time I started MCing, every MC gig I've done is referral.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's the friends that tell friends. Yeah.
I know a person who can do this job.
So discipline all day, anytime, and then know your craft. Because again, I still go back to being a female. So people will say, so-and-so got a job because she's beautiful or she's whatever. But what will keep you there is what you can do. If you're really good at your job, people will keep referring you. You'll keep getting poached, getting more and more opportunities. So yeah, be good at your craft.
Be good at your craft.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Kanya, you had mentioned something in this line as well. about how you started now putting everything in book, profit together. So how do you also put that into practicality? This is giving me this is I need to do this. I need to. So what are the practical steps in that?
I can say it's difficult, especially for creatives, to do that, because we are not, most creatives' brains are not wired to do that. For me, even I had to, it was a struggle to do that, to learn. I had to take even courses in entrepreneurship.
Wow.
I had to get mentored by another entrepreneur to know these things. So it's about just calculating your costs. Maybe per month, you just see how much are you using. If you, I have a studio, so how much how much am I paying? Do I have employees under me? How much how much time does it take me to do a certain type of job? Because if it takes me maybe a full day, if I calculate by the number of days in the month, is it making sense? So just track that, make sure you track your money, open a bank account, a pay bill. Don't do the M-Pesa thing like people do, just send me on M-Pesa. No. Because once you do that, you're opening yourself to maybe grants and sponsorships in future and partnerships, because someone will ask you, how much have you made this month? And you'll show them the books. So it's something you just train yourself to do. And you get it. It's how you have to do it. And if you feel like it's very difficult, just take a course.
Okay.
Take a course for it.
All right. Just be intentional about it. Because I'm curious how you managed to move from being a dancer, all this, to managing a studio in a competitive space, know, where we have a lot of studio spaces, we have a lot of people doing photography, but how you actually managed to maintain a studio and grow it over time?
Wow, I guess for dance, the reason why, it's actually unfortunate, the reason why I paused my dance journey was because there was no money in the industry. That was way back. I was a dancer way back in 2012, 2013. I went on Sakata.
I used to watch Sakata.
I was on Sakata season 1. I think we came out at quarterfinals. But then back then it was just like you're called for a gig and you're paid 5,000 as a crew of 6 people. So for me, it didn't make business sense. Yes. Film, I went to film school, and that's where I started photography as a hobby. So it was very funny that photography is the one thing that I picked to do, is the major thing I do right now, and a bit of film on the side. So for me, I think it's a bit of transition. For the studio, we started as a partnership with a partner way back in 2016. And that's where I learned most of the things I do right now, even managing and tracking my expenditure and all that. So it's not been easy. To manage a studio is not easy, because you have to give it your all. It's just like any other business. It's like a baby. You're there all the time. You want to see, and then maintaining the clients. Yes. So I always tell everyone, because I've lost my equipment twice. It's not about the things you have. It's about the clients. Your clients are your major source of income. Keep them. Don't give out your numbers on your clients, because the clients are the ones who will refer you. They're the ones who will come back. They're the ones who will extrapolate. Someone will come for a studio shoot, and then the next thing they tell you, I have a wedding.
Wow.
My cousin has a wedding. Someone will tell you, my company has a job they want you to do photography, live streaming. So your clients are your major source of income. So protect it as much as you can. So I can say that's the one thing I've done, maintaining my clients over time. I've had clients I've done shoots for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, even more than you get. Someone will call you for a baby bump, the next thing 1 year, the next thing you're doing their wedding, cousins and whoever.
So become part of the family.
I've become part of some people's families.
That's wonderful.
So yeah, managing your clients is the major thing that you can do.
The values in the client.
The values in the clients.
Amazing.
Yes.
Estelle, you mentioned something about being very flexible, and as you are in this space. So what is a place of innovation, diversification when it comes to media entrepreneurship? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, in life, change is the constant thing. And for me, I've always been, I don't know, is it an innate thing? I don't know, but I think people should just learn to just change, to just know when's the right time to pivot and do it. Like right now, if you're not doing something AI related in whatever field you are, you're gonna get stuck somehow. So you need to be out there learning, checking out what AI is there, what can I do, how does it affect my career, how can I use it, because it's a big thing. So just understanding that change is inevitable.
And you need to be up to date.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
And for people who struggle with public speaking, because it doesn't come natural to everyone, and that is what you do, you know, how do you stand in front of an audiences? Because at some point, even entrepreneurs need to know how to speak to, you know, to clients, and I believe it's more or less the same skills that you apply, you know, in these spaces. So how do you collect yourself, be calm, be vibrant at the same time, be professional and all that? Did it just come easy for you?
I can promise you it didn't just come. So let me just give you a little backstory.
Tell us.
So in high school, I had this boyfriend.
Okay, interesting.
So after high school, I was like, I didn't know what to do. Actually, I was supposed to do to be either a nurse or do accounting or those kind of stuff, 8 to 5. So I was talking to this guy, and I was like, what do you think I should do? And then he was like, you have a really nice voice, but you're shy. So for me, that was a light bulb moment. I was like, okay, because I really wanted to be on radio, but I was like, okay, you know, I don't have to go to school for that. So this was a light bulb moment. I was like, okay, so I need to work on my confidence. So I wouldn't say I have it all, but it's a work in progress. So every day I work on it. I still get nerves. I still get tests. I still do shows.
Yeah.
And my first few seconds, I'm like, my voice is shaky, but I keep doing it. So the thing is, don't stop. Just keep at it. Because the thing is, when you're on stage, the people looking at you or the people listening to you, a majority cannot be in your position. They're looking at you and being like, she's so courageous. Oh, she's really doing nice. They're thinking all nice things, but you're over there thinking all negative things about yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, because given a time, if you're on the other side, you'll be positive. You'll be like, wow, she's doing good.
Yeah.
She's, you know,
She looks great.
Exactly. So for me, it's a work in progress. But also, I have a mentor who's always like, you know, when I mess up, I'm like, how can we do better? So always working with me in that journey. Yeah.
Amazing. I've also picked the place of having someone that can give you advice and all that. For you, Kenya, do you also have a mentor? Have you had someone to walk with you through the journey?
I can say I did. At the moment, I'm pushing on as I can. I use YouTube as I watch a lot of podcasts and I get inspiration from that. So I can say maybe my friends, we push each other because you're always looking at what's coming, what's next. Did you do this properly? What can you do better? So I use my social capital for mentorship.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that someone can pick that. If you do not have a mentor per se, use the people around you. They can, you know, we don't have to look for mentors from Ziwapi, Bali.
Yes, and actually to add on that, you know, your circle of friends will always either itakujenga ama it will be your downfall. Because there are people who will give you positive feedback. They tell you, hey, today's tough. You did this, I felt you could have done it this way, it could have been better. You know, they give you positive, they wanakujenga. So it's all about keeping positive people in your circle, because you don't want to have the I keep forgetting the name. The people who are always complaining around you. You're always complaining, oh, the economy is bad. Yes, the pessimist. Poverty support group. The people who are always telling you, things are bad. Oh, hakuna kazi.
So it's always negative energy.
Yeah. You don't want to keep those people around you. I mean, as a matter of fact, if you have a negative person in your life, just delete them. For real, just delete them.
Only the right people that can steer you forward. I mean, look at you guys. That's what, and you're coming together at this particular event. Before you tell us more details of that event, just to wrap up with this, what can organizations, what can they do to help elevate the creative industry in Kenya as it is in other countries, developed countries like the US? I know Nigeria supports their creatives, especially when it comes to filmmaking. But what can Kenya do? The private sector, government, I don't know who, but how can they help?
I think it's to believe in the vision, because I feel like a lot of organizations think of creativity in one angle. They want, what can you do for us? Can you come and do this to market us? But creatives have their own ideas. For example, if you see in the film industry, it doesn't have to be something about, I don't know, an NGO, I don't know, some refuge or some child doing something. It's always, we can always make stories that are close to us as creatives. So I think for private sectors to just support people in their own, creatives in their own minds. I think that's, and for the government, wow, I don't know where to start, because I've seen policies die, paka tukaacha kufuata. I think maybe it's just supporting and giving spaces to creatives. Give spaces to creatives and try and help to regulate some of the challenges we have in terms of pricing. You don't know where to get. Someone is quoting 15,000, other person quoting 100,000. So maybe if there's a way they can help us to regulate these prices, that will be something great. Yes.
At least I know that you can't go below this. So
Yes.
at least have that cap or something there. How do you see still the creative industry in Kenya, maybe Africa, but in Kenya? How do you see it evolve? How do you see it growing?
So as I respond to that, let me just pose a question to the people watching and ask them. Just imagine a world with nothing creative. What a boring world it would be.
For sure.
No shows, no music, nothing. It would just be so boring. So the thing is, the creative space is a $1 trillion industry. And it all begins with you and I. It all begins with you coming out to check out our show that's happening on the 14th. You getting to watch that local TV show. Usiseme ati zinakuanga za mamboch ama they are, don't be like that.
Yeah,
exactly. I like to see, especially when you talk about the Kenyan creative space, I like to look at it as someone's child. If I had a child, my child will be the most beautiful baby. I'll be telling people, oh, look at how beautiful my baby is. So the same way, our music, our films, our shows, they're our babies. There's no way we can say Nigerians are better, or CG Mexicans are better, or I don't know, Americans are better. This is our child. Let us love this child. It's the most beautiful child.
You can go tell your neighbor you have a good child and you're not
Yes.
Yeah.
So mtoto wetu anaweza kuwa kona chongo, anaweza kuwa, they are not perfect, but let us support our child. Let us do everything it takes to support the creative industry, because that is what is truly ours. Absolutely. At the end of the day, when you go out there, it's what you as a Kenyan associate with that identifies you, that you are unique. Everything else, you're like, wow, you miss home because of everything that you can relate to. So yeah, let's love everything that belongs to.
Yes,
absolutely amazing. Thank you, ladies. Tell us about the event that's coming up, Kenya.
Yes, we have a show. It's called Queens at 10. It's a multidisciplinary performance. So we'll be having a poet, spoken word, spontaneous, who brought us together. I'll be doing dance, and I'll be exhibiting my pictures, and I'll be doing their stories. So you'll see their 10-year journey in a short form, and then we'll have STL. She'll tell us more about what she'll be doing. So the show is on December 14th, KNT. At 4 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
Yes, STL.
And there on your screen, just in case you're wondering. Queens at 10, it's there on your screen. STL, what will you be doing?
Wow, I'm so excited about this show. First of all, because, well, this is the first time where I get to MC and DJ at the same time.
Ooh.
Yes. So I'm really excited about that.
I'm curious how
yes,
you
and I'm a really good DJ. I'm an incredible MC and a really good DJ. Ooh. And Yani, it's not just a show.
How did you learn? Did you go to school to DJ?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, wow. I went to Redberry Academy. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm losing my trail of thought. Yes, and I'm so excited about it. It's not just a show, it's an experience. So you're not just coming to watch a spoken word artist, there's an MC, there's a DJ. No, we're giving you a whole experience and you need to be present to experience it. And we can tell you for sure, whatever you see will mesmerize your eyes. Well, whatever you experience, yani utatoka hapo, umelia, umecheka, everything in between. Like, it's a wholesome show. Yes, it's
amazing.
very, very wholesome. Okay. And the tickets are only because we're marking 10 years in the industry. The tickets are 2010.
2010.
2010.
Okay.
And we also have tickets Zambogi, 8010. Yes.
Okay, the 10 is for the 10 years.
For the 10 years.
And then we have a VIP for 4010.
Yes.
If you want to come and get, you'll get merchandise and you'll be at the front row seats. You'll get to experience
from the
us.
Front row.
Yeah, and this is amazing because women, we don't get so many spaces to do this. And personally, I'm very excited to do this because we don't get so many spaces. So you'll be there seeing women on stage doing their thing. This will be amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Looking forward to it. Where can people get their tickets?
Well, there's a till number. Wow, my phone is. There's a till number also on the poster. But also you can check out all the details at Female Poets KE on Instagram and on TikTok as well. You'll get all the details pale, or you can also follow me at STL_Yamumo.
STL_Yamumo or Female Poets KE on Instagram. Yes. What is your personal handle?
My personal handle is Kanya Kitili. Kanya with KANYAA_Kitili.
Kanya_Kitili. Thank you, ladies. So go grab that ticket. If I were you, I'd be there already. Looking forward to the show. Yeah. I'd want to see all ladies up there and, just enjoying the experience. Thank you very much for also sharing your insight and giving your knowledge and your experience to the young people that are watching. I'm sure someone has been encouraged from the enlightenment that we've had. So that's it on this particular segment. We've been talking about mediapreneurship, specifically for women in it. But of course, as a man, you can also you apply the same wisdom in your business. So make sure that you step out there in fear. Just put in the work. Just make sure you do it at the end of the day. And I've had STL and Kanya. So that is STL Yamumo and Kanya Kitili. And we appreciate them. So for right about now, we're going to put an end to the show. On behalf of Brian Sakwa and the entire crew, we appreciate you. Thank you for staying with us all the way till 5 minutes to 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you tomorrow. Thank you, ladies.